Well folks, welcome back to the workshop. Today we have a bit of a Frankenstein machine here. This is an odd one. This is a handheld extrusion plastic welder. Basically it's a plastic welder you can use in your hand, but it actually puts plastic into the weld as well. It doesn't just heat it up. So basically this is a Leinster heat gun mounted onto a company's extruder head, which is driven by a Metabo drill. A bit of an oddball thing this. It looks to be fairly old. There's just a stand for holding it. So we have a power supply coming in here, junction box, then you got power going to the Leinster heat gun and power going to the drill here. And then this here is the wee extruder head, which is basically just a gear driven wheel that actually feeds plastic in. So the drill's driving this gearbox, which turns this little wheel. And there's a wee hole here for actually feeding in plastic filler, like a coil of plastic. This would drive in. So it's actually called an extruder because it's not just putting hot plastic out here. Plastic is in here, it's not just being pushed out, it is actually extruding it. So it's got into this chamber, been actually melted and then forced out down here under pressure. It's molten plastic coming out this end. So this is going to be using something like jointing panels or something like that there. Problem is, the customer says it's running and it's heating, but it's not turning this, so it's not actually driving any of the plastic through. I'll see what she's doing here. There we go. Right, she's not driving, she's strapped something, and it sounds like it's down in here, in the head of the Metabo. So we'll have to see if we can do something about this. Looks like a bit of a Frankenstein machine, but this is actually bought as a complete unit like this. The thing costs about €1,500. So I'm going to have to see if we can do something with this. Either repair the gearbox or replace the drill. But something tells me this is an old Metabo drill. I see these things for sale online, new ones, but they're a totally different setup now, so this must be the older model. And I wonder how old, because that Metabo drill might be obsolete now. But I'll get into it anyway and see what we can do. Pipeline Center. I don't know if that's the box name or the company name that makes this. Bit of an odd thing having it sitting there. Got a decent drill on this anyway. Has a good quality variable speed on it. But how does it all come apart? It looks like a bit of a makeshift job on this anyway. Get this clamp off. Head moving actually. Don't think that's meant to come so loose. Yeah, so I'm stripped out down there. Look. Threads are gone there, so something wrong with this head as well. Need to get this out of the way first. just all taped to keep everything tucked on. So that's working. So we want to get on here. There's like a 2-speed drill as well, or just drill and hammer drill actually. So obviously you wouldn't need hammer drill for this. It is actually 2-speed. It's actually just been screwed down so it can't move. So you just have it locked and imagine low speed. That's no good to me because I need to get under this gearbox. And the rest are torques. Something else on there, look. The brackets are broken off. That's actually what this is for. So that box would have been clamped onto the top of here at a stage. Just take off the gearbox. Right, there's the problem. She's stripped out. Totally stripped out. Even this gear's gone as well. This clutch, the drive for it, and the armature. So even that's gone. So in other words, this might not even be worth fixing. See if we can get everything forward anyway. It's a HD 1010 VSR. It must be old enough because there's no year on that. Right, see if we can get anything for it. Right, this is looking like a no-go. This here model. Not coming up anything online, not even a picture of the thing. Can't get a single thing. Metabo drills generally change direction. The change lever on the side here, you flip it back and forth like a new Bosch one. This one, the change lever looks like it was originally on the switch. There's the lever there, look. It's just been removed. So this is a Metabo drill, it's just been modified for this job. Now, I wouldn't say this has been designed specifically for this here task, for this here welder. This here more than likely just a precision drill that's been modified. Definitely, because it does actually have hammer action mode on this as well. So it is a Metabo drill, but can't get anything for it. If I can't even get a picture of it online, or anybody putting in this here model number, I don't have a single hope of getting spare parts for it. So this is looking like a waste of time. Now this is made in Germany. Unless this is made only for the German market, I don't know. I can't get parts for it anyway. The only other hope is maybe putting on a different drill. I don't think I'll be doing it, but we'll have a look here and see anyway, if it's at least possible. This thing must be ancient. I'm not able to get a picture of that there. Either it's just very, very small numbers of it ever produced, or it's before the internet. Either way, I can't get anything for it. Or at least I hope this thing's threaded on, because that's whatever the drill's going to have. Actually, it's not threaded at all. Just on a straight shaft with a keyway. That ain't good. Right. So that drill has been modified by Metabo for this company. So in other words, you need that same drill with the same spindle end to fix this thing. And by the looks of it, there's nothing you can get for it now. This is just too old. The newer one is a totally different drill and a totally different head. So there's nothing I can do with this, I'm afraid. There's a new armature, new gears, and I can't get the parts. So that is just a no-go. Gonna have to leave that one the way it is. Oh well, can't fix them all. But with this one, what I could actually do, because there's only this gear that's stripped out, so I could just change the speed, because this gear up here hasn't actually gone yet, and the actual gears for the motor are also not totally worn out. They're going, but they're not totally gone. It's that bottom gear that's actually slipping. So I could just change it to high speed. That needs to be on first. Messy job. I'll just try to do this and leave it running for him at least. It's not going to be repaired, but at least you can get a little bit more use out of it. That was on there. If I now turn this, so that's what she was like. Low speed, doing nothing. Now, if I do that, it at least runs badly, because the gears in the armature are still worn. So it's not great, but at least it works for a little while. Don't know how long this is actually going to last for. So that can just go back together again. So that goes to the top. This is just a clamp. Let's not run it without the thing actually being heated up, because this is an extruder This will be under a fair bit of load if I try to run it cold, because the plastic inside of here will actually be solidified, make it too tough to turn. So this whole assembly will have to be heated up for about 10 or 15 minutes before you can actually run the drill and put any plastic through it. So it's running anyway, you'll be able to use it, but God knows how long for. And also, the thread, and that's actually been worn out as well, or stripped out. I don't know how much worth it would be to actually replace that drill, even if you could, because this ain't going to last anyway. That, sadly, is as much as I can do for that thing. At least it leaves them with something. Running a bit fast, but it does run, so I'll keep them going for a while.